Rising and Puck, and I didn't switch it out and load it into the game like that. I was like, dude, I'm such an asshole. I was asking him, like, what would you have done, like, if we had to 2v2 these guys? What would our strat have been? And our answer was Drone Rush, dude.
That's so funny.
Yeah, like, I don't know why that popped in my head, but seeing us in the lobby with these two GMs was fucking funny, man. All right, so that's neither here nor there. This will be a best of 5, by the way, for the money. I think it's $10 to the winner, $5 to the loser. So
Yes.
we'll get straight on to it. The purple, well, I'll give you him, dude. I'll be nice. All right, the yellow Zerg player in the top left-hand corner of the map, coming at us from Clan Argan. It is Railgan. I see what he did there.
I know, right? It's so deep like the ocean. And his opponent, the purple Terran in the bottom right of Belshir Vestige from Eastloth, it is Raze. Eastloth.
Yeah, well,
we need like a chant. Like we need to like have a little soundboard that like releases a chant, you know?
Yeah, for all
It's
the
like when we hype somebody, it's like Raze.
I don't know. We've messed with them a lot in the past, and they've always been some pretty top-notch guys. I got nothing but love for Eastloth for sure. I don't know about this Argan business over here. No, I'm kidding.
The self-representative, but nah, this should be a good match, man.
Yeah.
ZVT, I think everybody likes this. It's probably one of the more balanced, and has been most balanced matchup for most of StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
So it can lead to some very, very cool games.
Yeah, and Railgan definitely does some really, really interesting things with early pressure, roaches, and ravagers too. So, like, I don't know. Like, I guess the reason that I like this is because it really could go just about any way here, right? Like, this could be an interesting game. So, pretty excited to see this series in general.
Yep. I totally agree, man. So it looks like the reactor's coming down immediately for Raze instead of that Reaper. So interesting, a little bit stylistic difference there. You see a lot of people like to go for that Reaper. Instead, Raze is opening up with a reactor.
Yep. And Railgan did a little thing interesting too. He did pull gas hatch. So both players doing just a little bit of a switch up on the normal standard build, but ending up in the same spot either way. So.
We see these players deviating from the Platinum Diamond shitty way of playing, you know?
Like, we're used to casting the same players, so it's pretty cool to see a switch up. And I always like casting at this level too, man. Last night was so ridiculous. There's one game you have to watch, dude. Just one game. The Puck Hold.
Sure. Check it out, dude. But yeah, big shout out to NJW Boom and Cosmic Cloud Militia for putting on a massive tournament last night. Had pretty cool names like Jim Rising, B-Lord, Pili Pili. So, you know, pumping some money back into the StarCraft community. Thanks again to Cosmic Cloud Militia and NJW Boom and all the players and viewers for that. So
yeah, it was pretty awesome that they let us cast their event like that. It was pretty cool. So
yep,
huge shout out again to those guys. And it was a fun tournament. It was a long tournament, but it was a fun tournament. So.
Yeah, for sure. You guys had like a losers bracket you had to cast. So
yeah, that was the thing. They're like, oh, a 16-player tournament. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm in, dude. That's like 2-3 hours tops. And then like 6 hours later, I was like, oh my god. But it was cool. I kind of like the aspect of the loser bracket because you had a chance of seeing another player again. Like, for instance, we saw Jim Rising and Puck play, and then we wanted to see him again. And because of the losers bracket, we actually got the exact same matchup. So, I mean, I do like that. But, you know, you're not out if you just lose one game. But, yeah, it definitely doubled the length of the tournament. Easy. So.
Yep, for sure, man. So we don't see a third coming down or anything like that from Railgan. We do see that Evolution Chamber as he's going to be grabbing +1 Carapace. Dude, no Overlords in position for a drop or anything like that. So I don't think it's going to be Dropper Lords. This looks like it's just going to be +1 Carapace Lings for the moment.
Yeah, but that extra gas, too. He's taking a little bit more gas. We'll have to see what he's going to do with that. Still no third yet either, so...
I feel like I'm just like missing a building. Like, I keep looking around for a Baneling Nest or something, but it's not down. It's just going to be, you know, he does want this gas. You think it's going to be 2-base meter or something?
I'm kind of thinking so just because he's already up to 4 gases. But, like, I don't know. Every time I try to guess what a GM is doing, I always get embarrassed. But I put myself out there for you guys anyway. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and say, yeah, just based off all the gas, right? What else do you do with 2 bases and that much gas already going to your layer at 4 minutes into the game? I'd say it's... Probably.
I know, right? Shit's suspect. I don't know, but he does. Yeah, this +1 Carapace should be pretty nice and allow his Lings a little bit of extra, you know, beefiness when Raze moves across the map with whatever he decides to go with. Looking at his base right now, it looks like it's going to be this 2-1-1 standard issue drop. As Stim is about 3/4 of the way done, and his Medivacs are about to pop out as well.
Yep. So we'll have to see how Railgan's able to hold on here. Still no crazy amount of queens or anything, but he has a lot of Lings, and he has that Carapace that's coming out as well. So, but his layer just got scouted, so
Awkward.
Yeah, like this is a little awkward.
For sure. The drop. Oh, man, look at these lings. Fantastic. Going to be able to see these two drops making their way over to the right side. Whether or not he actually saw it remains to be seen, but I think he did. I don't know.
I'd imagine the GM can watch his mini-map, but we'll have to see depending on where the rest of these lings go. We got another Evo chamber coming down too, and still no Baneling Nest. The Hydrogen comes down before it, so...
Yep, this Overlord is going to lift some lings into the main of Raze, but the real story here is Raze's push coming across the map. He's going to get a scan down, get a nice pre-split down to take out some of this creep, and it's really just going to be lings and queens. I think he should be able to take this out. Raze pretty smart here. He's going to pick up and get out. These lings, meanwhile, across the map haven't taken out, I don't believe, maybe one, but not two SUVs yet.
Yep, okay, so there goes the second one. They're going to be cleaned up rather convincingly here, but I guess I got the scout off, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, 3 SCVs, not bad, and wall pushing Raze is 2-on-1 away. So, I'd say that was pretty good for Railgan. Maybe not the game-ending damage or significant damage you would have liked to find.
Yeah.
But both players just kind of poking at each other, seeing if there's any potential weaknesses.
Yep, absolutely. But look at the amount of lings coming in behind this, man. The Hydras have been started to be produced as well. We got +1 missile attacks coming down, and a shitload of lings. So this creep spread too, man. How come mine never looks like that?
Yeah, I know, right? This is really great creep spread, man. And it looks like he's moving into +2 and then +1 ranged. So we do see a Hydroden down, and it's getting muscular augments. So this looks like it's going to be like Ling Hydra of some sorts. I don't see a Baneling Nest down at all. So really relying on the power of Ling Hydra to carry him through this.
Spooky says, Sirtiva, take notes. Railgan is playing the style I keep telling you to play. I'm getting fucking called out in our own cast, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm just kidding. But he's got a point. I need to switch it up a little bit. And that's why we do these show matches, is to kind of show Platinum and Diamond players like myself different ways of playing the game. So usually we can pick up a thing or two for sure from the show matches. And I don't think this one's going to be any different, dude. We told you guys it was going to be a monster game, man. I think just based off what we've seen so far, we're going to deliver on that promise, dude. This is hype as shit already, and this is just, half of game one. So
yeah,
unfortunately for Railgan, though, he's moving out across the map and is going to lose his third for it. Or is he?
Marines able to wedge in here. They will take a decent trade, but probably needs to get up, get out. Okay, Matt manages to save all of those, I believe, unless the boost stops on a little bit here. Nope, he's gonna get out, but cleans up a lot of lings for his trouble there.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought he was going to be able to get the base. It was starting to die there very, very quickly, but Railgan had those GM reaction skills and was just over there instantly on top of it. So, very well played. And now Raze has his third up and rolling, and he's starting to get a lot more medevacs and tanks joining this fight as well. So,
ooh, man, both medevacs getting cleaned up there. Very nice by Railgan. Doesn't have to worry about any sort of medevac, attacking as he moves across the map here. You can see he's feeling pretty comfortable. And, once again, just to touch on it, dude, the creep spread is unreal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, at 6 minutes, it was crazy. But here we are only 2 minutes later, and it's already, like, halfway across the map. Jesus, man. Is this all off of just 2 queens? 2? Oh, 3. But even still, man, holy cow. That's pretty impressive.
So the Hydra's coming in here now, gonna get to poking, gonna shoot a depot for sure. 2 tanks, those should be pretty helpful. 1 does immediately go down, but the number of Hydras here is just pretty huge, dude. I love this. They may get cleaned up, but damage is definitely being done. Second tank will fall.
Yeah, along with 15 SCVs so far, so you're right, man. I'd say the damage is definitely getting done. But yeah, it's getting... Oh, will it get cleaned up? More Hydras are joining the fight. A couple more Lings streaming in as well. Raze is forced to pull all of his SCVs, and they're starting to fall pretty... Oh, okay, there we go. Finally getting a hang on it there. But 27 SCVs. Yeah. That's huge, man.
The damage has most certainly been done, and though Raze does hold this, still has a third base. I mean, he took a huge economic dip there. 35 workers for Terran to the 56 of Zerg. So
yeah, Railgan just did a huge round to make things even worse. So yeah, man, I gotta hand it to him there. That was some insane production there, or some insane aggression there. Is what I meant to say. Can't say.
Yep. But absolutely, man. Absolutely. Very nice. And that's a composition you don't see, or at least I don't see much at my level, with just pure Ling Hydra and no Baneling.
Yeah, everyone's always telling me you need to get that Baneling nest up early, then you need to get that Bane speed up early, which is, pretty significant gas investment on top of all the gas you need to actually make the Banes. So this just blew my mind that he did that all gasless, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Like that, that's impressive to me. Not gasless, that's a bad choice, but...
Yep. So it looks like these Hydras will get to work on the third, man. Could start it on fire at least. Maybe we'll actually kill it. We'll have to see. Okay, no, they should. Oh my god. No, no, no. Should keep shooting the CC.
Damn.
Oh my god. Okay, it does go down. Very nice there. Very, very nice. Meanwhile, across the map, I was gonna call him King Raze. I mean, we can call him that. But his name is Raze. These Marines are gonna get to work up on the third, but their numbers are starting to dwindle, man.
Yeah, take a look at the supply. It's starting to kind of pull away a little. Oh, especially if you could get that medevac, but they get out of there with just a little bit of health. But that's what I was about to comment on. The supply starting to pull away just a little bit. I think because that third base fell, it'll be a little more rough. But look at that 3-3 that's already started too. That's pretty nice. He's gonna get it before the Zerg player, which, you know, as a Terran is always where you want to be. So
absolutely, man. That's, I mean, it just upgrades in almost every matchup do matter a lot, but I find that they are extremely important in ZVT. To be ahead of your opponent really, really helps. It looks like the third base of Railgan will go down. He's trying to get that other one up, but I mean, this is just an incredibly scrappy game between both these players.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Railgan gets out here to his fourth base. The creep spread is already damn near up in the natural. No, I don't know. I'm just keep blown away by that dude. It's pretty impressive as all hell. But Raze is going to be able to get out here and get a third rolling, and he's not out of it or anything. He just needs to maybe find a little bit of damage. But I think with that 3-3, he will be able to, because that's pretty huge. So,
yep, absolutely, man.
Rail God memeing the Terrans.
Oh god, these
shit,
lurkers
too.
Oh shit! They like went right for it, and it's like, wait, you guys gotta burrow first. Okay, there they go. This is an interesting style. I really like this. Ooh, Rainbow Kappas. I like it.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. I would have thought for sure that the Banes were needed at this point, but it's pretty cool to see him getting it done with just a Hydra Link composition. And granted, really good upgrades with that too, you know, but still. We'll have to see. And with these lurkers too, it just gets even, you know, all the more scary, so.
Yep. For sure. Raze, though, he's going to be able to get sieged up on this. You know, he's got 3 tanks here. Oh, Jesus, one more lurker going down for his trouble. So every unit just so important now in these low eco games. He was able to shut down that potential new third spot, or what would have been the fourth. Railgun actually pushing back into this, but he's going to run up into the tanks there. Jesus, man. This is just so scrappy.
Yeah, this is just insane, dude. I thought he was going to be able to punch on through there, but once he saw those 3 tanks, he thought better of it, and I think that was the correct choice for sure. But yeah, this is just getting to be pretty ridiculous here, and Raze is still in it for sure. As I said, that 3-3 is about to finish up, which will make this army a hell of a lot more scary. He just needs to maybe get a little bit more drones or whatever, but because of the mules, I think he'll be all right, you know.
Yep.
It's just a 20 worker difference. Like, that's pretty significant, but
it totally is, man. So we'll have to see, man. Raze poking up now, trying to clear out some of this creep, ensuring that it's not right up on his front door. Sorry, I'm gonna have the spam. That's pretty funny. I'm down with the Kappas. I know, Pinecone, like, just
combo breaker.
I don't even know
of the
what that
century
is.
right there.
The CC float? Is there a floating CC? Oh no, over the third. I get you. I get you.
Yeah.
Because who needs to build one when you can just fly it?
All right, so now that we got a couple more lurkers coming out, I'd imagine he's going to try to siege into this third, but it's going to be really hard to do in the face of a bunch of tanks, and now a Raven joining the fight as well, so that's probably to just make sure that there's no infestors doing their shenaniganry, I'm sure, right?
Bro, point defense, no. We're like the millionth time tonight. Like,
I got you.
Watch
me actually see it be used, right?
Pretty useful in this situation, I'm not going to lie, with the Hydras being, you know, entirely ranged. Do we see it go down? No,
I wanted it to happen just for you, dude. Seriously.
I know. Like, it requires 100 energy. Point defense drone is not something that you just lightly throw around. Let me tell you.
Well, maybe an 8 energy. It is something he lightly throws around. 5 more, actually. No.
Saving up. I know, right?
Yeah.
Watch.
Well, is that what he wants?
From downtown, GIGGLEBEAR called the point defense. Please go drop this now so that I don't look like an idiot.
I know. I want it to happen now. Like, I'm too invested in this. I almost need it to happen. I'm gonna throw it up in party chat. PDD.
PDD, come on, buddy. You got this. Okay, now it's not really a good time to do it. You want to make sure it's good.
Yeah.
It's really expensive, dude. That's probably the reason why you don't see it more often.
Yeah, probably.
He needs banelings. I kind of agree. I think, you know, I'm not going to tell a GM player what to do, but I think maybe pushing into this Terran army would have been a little bit easier if he had kind of the threat of that big splash of banelings.
Yeah, absolutely.
These lurkers, I mean, he's doing a fantastic job with his positioning and repositioning of his lurkers. I mean, that's not something that's easy.
Yeah, making this really, really hard to attack into for sure. And he's got his Hive tech coming up too. Hive is about to finish up along with 20 lings. So he'll have the ability with those lings to kind of reach around here and prevent this army from just running away from him. But he's kind of starting to bleed out losses to this. So.
Yep, absolutely. Nicky B. Red saying, Banlings will be really good here because of how marine heavy Raze is. I totally agree, man. That's entirely what we're seeing out of him. I mean, the tanks, but you know, just a couple of Banlings or something like that, you know, could pose a pretty big threat here. But the lurker count is growing. What's up?
Vipers.
Viper. I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Or abduct.
Okay. Either one at this point. Yeah. All right, we'll have to see, man. Railgan getting up another base behind this too, man. Just kind of taking over the whole map with this creep spread and just kind of setting up for the late game. This is crazy. But he's playing it very well to know not to just dive in all his units here, trying to get some damage done and throwing the game in the process. So I do like this from Raze, though, bringing these tanks over here and trying to... Oh, abduct was correct. Good, sir.
Really bringing that tank over there.
Yeah. Damn.
Then the other one getting picked up as well.
Into the lurkers.
Down. Yeah, very nice by Railgan. Very nice by Raze, though, too, staying off the creep for the most part, you know, making sure that he's not doing anything too goofy. He's got another drop loaded up that should be able to fly over the 5th base there of Railgan.
Poor tanks, they get abducted and land, and they're like, oh, this isn't so bad, and then the lurkers just start savaging them from underneath, like, oh, fuck, dude. But yeah, that was a pretty good combo, and I figured that's what we were going to get to see, maybe the blinding clouds, I guess, but I guess for units is better than trying to attack into some blinded units, so...
So Raze repositioning now towards the middle of the map. Gonna go ahead and try and get a couple of siege tank shots off and get the high ground at least so his siege tanks can reinforce from the back. I mean, he's really having to spend some of his time cleaning out this creep because Railgan, I mean, this has just been the best part of this game for him.
Yeah.
Is his creep spread is all over the map, man.
Yeah, absolutely. These Vipers got a lot of energy too, so we might see a play here in just a minute. 3 more joining the fight too, so he's definitely getting a lot of Vipers out here. But I think it's a very good call considering the army that he's forced to deal with here. So,
yep.
I like this from Raze though, starting to send out a bunch of multi-pronged attacks to these outer bases, trying to get a little bit of damage done.
Yeah, absolutely. He is able to just sit there and pressure the 5th base now. I think he may actually get it because the main army is going to have to deal with the, you know, the main army of Raze here, as he's just poking around on creep, trying to find a good position to engage from.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a little bit difficult to go save the base with these tanks he's up in between, so I bet it's just going to be donated at this point. Ain't no saving that one.
Yep. Oh!
Nice.
All the Vipers going down.
That was a good pickup.
Very, very slick moves out of Raze.
I'm still waiting for the PDD to do... No, I'm kidding.
I know, dude. Well, half court's a ways out, so when you call it, you know. No, I'm just kidding. But for the love of God, please drop a PDD so that I don't have to be wrong. But so it looks like a little bit of a yin-yang move out here. Railgan just like, hey, you know what, man? I'm gonna force you to come back. I don't want to deal with your tanks. So I think he's gonna get the CC too, man. The number of hydrants in okay, no man,
he pulled back at the last second because he saw the army coming in and didn't want to get caught from behind. Trying to get back onto that creep. I think that's a pretty good decision. Gonna lose a couple hydras in the process, but nothing too like game-ending amounts of losses there. He just didn't want to get caught with his army split. So, especially with all these tanks, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, that's a huge, huge army from Railgan. The army from Raze, though, is no joke either. It needs to get sieged in order to do its full potential worth of damage. But, I mean, I suppose Railgan is they have very similar armies for different races, you know? Like, yeah. Railgan needs to siege his lurkers, and Raze needs to siege his tanks.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Nicky B. Red says Ultras would be a good game button, basically. Yeah, the Hive's been up for a while, but it's been so far just Hydra. Hydras. I mean, Vipers out of that, so.
Yep. Absolutely. A couple more lurkers do go down in tanks as Raze is just trying to find a decent position. He's going to come up here and see this base, likely to take that out. But, you know, I think he's got good positioning here, at least to take out, you know, this 5th base.
All right, so the cancel is good, at least to get the minerals back. But, yeah, man, it's just a weird, like, stalemate. He's going to be really hard-pressed to take either of these bases now, especially with these Marines over here kind of blocking this one as well. So,
yep. Absolutely, man. So this is pretty crazy. I don't know. I mean, Railgan, both players are doing exactly what they need to do. Like, Railgan's taking over the map. We do see a big engage coming down here as Railgan actually... Oh, Did
you see the PDD go down?
I mean, dude, I knew the PDD.
Dude, it went down. It went down. I saw it. I seen it.
I wonder if it helped. I mean, it looks like he's going to actually be able to do okay. Eventually, he will need to pick up, as Marines cannot fight Mass Hydra all that well. I mean, they can, but the Hydra's DPS is pretty slick.
Yeah, man, it's pretty ridiculous, dude. So, balance line aside, that was pretty nice, and now he's going to be able to start working on these tanks, too. But there's one sieged up in the back here, kind of preventing him from getting all the way up in here. And now the supply is starting to tie up here, actually.
Yep, walking up into lurkers, though, definitely not a good idea. Yeah. But, yeah.
When the reinforcements arrive, so...
Marine range hacks.
I think it's just because that creep is all the way over there. Those Hydras got there quick as hell, man. Just kind of reinforced that up. So for a while there, I thought Raze was going to be able to break him and push on through. So this has been a nuts match, though. This is still only game number 1, dude.
I know, right? Shit. This is freaking crazy, man.
Pretty high.
Game number 1's been 20 minutes so far. That's pretty awesome. So we do see a drop coming around. A drop also going down up in the main. Doesn't look like any probes or anything like that were taken out. This one drop looks like it's aiming for this mineral line. Yep. There's a lurk there, though. I love that. A lurker in every mineral line. And, dude, it doesn't even fuck with your F2.
Yes.
Obviously, it doesn't fuck with his F2 because he doesn't have F2, but...
Mine, no. I see where you're getting at there. I like it.
Yeah, man.
I am an F2 warrior, by the way, chat. If you didn't know, it happens.
I mean, who isn't these days? I mean, there's plenty of people trying to be like, yeah, I'm not. It's a shitty way to play.
Don't lump me in with that category, dude. I want nothing to do with that shit. Again, though, right? Like, I'd really like to see some Banes here. He's GM. I'm only Diamond, but why? Why no Banes?
I don't know, man. It's like Critter. He doesn't want to build a depth. Like, some people just, I don't know. Maybe Railgan, like, doesn't like Banelings. I don't know why you wouldn't. They're, like, the most fun unit in the game beyond Stalker Blink. But, oh, man! This one Hydra, you could be the fucking Oh, no. Oh, nice though. Ends up cleaning it up before it really matters. The positioning on Raze's army is pretty aggro up on this 4th base here. And if he cleans this out, this could really be like a big problem for Railgan.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have any other mining bases.
Well, that's what I was kind of talking about earlier. The supply was starting to catch up there. For a while, he had him beat by a pretty significant amount, and now it's damn near tied up. 4-point difference. Holy shit. And with the upgrade advantage, I think he could have the possibility to swing this, dude. He's definitely starting to close him in here economically and prevent any more of these bases from coming out and being taken. So as these minerals start to dry up here, I really like his position, dude. 3-3 Terran is nothing to scoff at. This is a great move from Railgan, though, coming in, trying to get a little bit of aggression done in turn, getting this base 2 will fall guaranteed, and he'll even be able to chase a lot of these drones here. Oh, I guaranteed the base fell. Please get the base. Don't make an asshole out of me. No, it's on fire. It'll fall. Please.
Yeah,
oh my God.
This is pretty goofy, man.
Damn it! He repairs it with the mule. I'm an asshole, guys. I guaranteed that the base would fall.
Yeah, there was a guarantee.
Damn it.
Well, I have to see, though, man. Railgan, he lost that base, so all he has is his army. This is it, pretty much, for him.
Yeah.
I mean, he is mining, long-distance mining as best he can from, all of his workers, but that's only going to be able to sustain for just a little bit. The number of lurkers that he has is pretty... Oh, Jesus.
No, yeah, unfortunately, they just kind of came into a huge siege position. A bunch of Liberators in the air. All these tanks. Blinding Cloud comes down, so that helps out a bit with the Liberators, but I think he's just starting to bleed out a little bit. Now the supply has been completely reversed and Raze is up on him by about 30, so... Damn,
what a game, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. If this is any indication of how the series is going to go, like, holy shit, man.
Yeah.
Because this has been a really great game out of both players.
Yeah, the huge thing, though, for Railgan is he's got that 3-3 rolling now, too, so that'll help him out. There's not that, staggering upgrade difference anymore or whatever, so...
Yup. Indeed, man. So Liberators moving forward just a little bit, starting to slowly move those tanks forward. That's something that we've seen out of Raze the entire game. Nice, patient, tank moving forward. He has this Raven here to constantly not only clean up creep, but also be able to spot the lurkers. And point defense drone.
Yeah. No, dude. You take that credit. You earned that shit. You called that from last game, dude.
No! Point
Damn it. All right, so no more PDDs, dude, but at least he has his base up here in mining, so he can try to climb his way out of this economically. But Raze is starting to bleed out a little bit, too. If you look over here at his 3rd, it's pretty well dried up. The 4th is pretty dry as well. So, either player's going to have to make a move here, or, the stalemate's going to happen in terms of economy, so.
Yep. Slowly make his way up here. Going to continue to poke at the lurkers. They're getting pretty low, dude.
Yeah, he's kind of finding a couple good, like, a unit here, a unit there, and it's just kind of stacked. Oh, okay.
Those are big. Nice.
Yeah, that needed to happen. But Raze is finding really good trades there. Look at how oversaturated the space is. He's got 40 drones on him.
Yep. And he still has, you know...
He's the only one left, basically.
Yeah, he still has mining, you know, potential stuff. So he is able to finally clear up the lurkers, which means that he can push up in here. Blinding Cloud does come down, but he is once again going to be able to kill this base more than likely. No, nice transfusion.
Transfusion's coming down on the Queens, trying to keep him alive, but it's just not enough. And unfortunately, this bio's just going to push on through for him, and Raze will take game number 1. What a crazy-ass game, dude.
Hennen saying, Railgan, you were the chosen one.
Yes. Oh, I love it.
So
let me scroll up.
Next map is Newkirk. That was dope, though.
Yeah, that was a hell of a good game. Oh shit, we should have enabled betting. I can do it fast as fuck.
Do it.
Just tell them 1 second while they ready up.
I'll tell him 5 minutes. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, I'll do it fast. Who will win this series? Raze. Alright, so Raze is player A. Railgan is player B. You have 5 minutes to get your bets in. And this is for the whole series, by the way, not just the game. Alright, so we're done. Betting is up.
Alright, and they are both ready to go.
Alright, so we'll hop into map number 2, which will be Newkirk Precinct.
Ooh, Railgan changing his color up.
It's like I needed to change.
Color swap! We got him in game color swap!
Oh shit, what happened to your camera?
What happened to my what?
Oh, there we go. It popped out. I got your camera on now. We're all staring at you, Giggle.
Hell yeah.
All right, our purple Terran player in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, currently up 1 point in this best of 5, coming at us from Eastloth. It is Raze. King Raze, I guess.
And his opponent, down 1 game in this best of 5, but likely can bring it back, was playing with a very interesting Ling Hydra build last game from Argan. It is Railgan.
The chosen one.
The chosen one.
Man, that was a crazy game, though. This series is going to be pretty hype.
We'll
have to see about this map, though. I don't know. This map always has so much crazy, like, variation on it. I don't know how to call it, but...
we see a gas going down, and likely a spawning pool coming down from Railgan, too. I wonder if this is going to be the... we'll have to keep an eye if a second extractor goes down, if this is going to be the Roach Ravager build. Or, sorry, the Ravager build.
Considering that's where all these fuckers got it from, it wouldn't surprise me if that's where this ends up going. But yeah, it is a bit too early to call. We'll have to see, as you said, on that other gas. So,
indeed, man. So looks like Raze, interesting barracks placement there. We'll have to see if that comes into play.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's opening pretty standard. So
yeah, and I don't know if I said this, but betting closes in like 5 minutes, so you don't have much time to get in on betting. It's much easier to do it through the URL than do it text-based. But the format is just exclamation point, bet, the player, and then the amount of doubloons. I'm even going to give everyone... Oh, I can't because it'll lock up the game. Fuck. I normally give everyone a couple free doubloons so they have enough to gamble with, but it's okay. We'll do it in between this next game. No big deal. But Raze dropping is natural behind this. We still haven't seen the second gas, which is what I was kind of waiting to see if it was going to be that build. I'm kind of doubting it now, and now that he took his natural too, so...
Yep. Absolutely, man. So I think that would have been cool, interesting opener there. But we do see speed come in, a couple of Lings being built. I wonder, once this natural comes up for Railgan, if it's for droning or if it's for just Ling production.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Oh shit, they're talking about my bike. Heyo.
By the way, what is up, Duke of Dangle? Welcome to the stream, man. Thanks, Twitch thingamajig. I get to see that you're here. You can't hide in the shadows.
He was trying to lurk, and he got fucking called out. The Roach Warren came down, but there's still that second gas that's not here, dude. I'm so confused on where this is headed. Maybe he kept one up his sleeve, dude. The Swiss 14-year-old prodigy. Fucking shots fired, dude.
Oh
man.
my goodness. So we'll have to see, dude. This expansion is up now from Raze, so at least that's done. Can't be stopped or SCVs prevented or anything like that. Yeah, the Roach Warren's down and roaches are being built, man, but we'll have to see.
It's like he knew, dude, because he has a 1-1-1 going this time, because it's going to be a lot more available, dude. Like, these guys are so good.
So good. So good.
A 2-1-1 would have been too slow, though. You know what I mean? Like, the 1-1-1 is perfect for this scenario. It's like, fuck, man. Like, it makes me sad how I'll never be that good at this game. It's like, what did he see that told him this shit was coming? I don't know. I mean, it's neither here nor there, but the tank's going to be out by the time this hits, and I think it'll be somewhat negated. It is going to be like the slower version of that build that we've been seeing. It's a little less all-in-y, but it's, you know, it's still getting it done, so...
Yep, absolutely. So we see the roaches making their way across now. Ling's making their way across now. Man, I love this type of build as Zerg. Just a good mixture of units between, you know, the Lings, the roaches, and the Ravagers. Yeah. That it's really hard to counter. Like, this tank is going to be phenomenal, but...
yeah, especially where it got planted, dude. That's a beast spot to put it, for sure.
Yeah. But 2 Ravagers might be able to get up there. You know, if they get vision on it, especially with this Overlord, man, he may be able to snipe that and take that out of the equation fairly quickly. We'll have to see.
Oh, I forgot. Duke of Dangle is actually Railgan's father, too. A bit of a lineage story for you. No, I'm fucking... All right, so the Biles come down on this tank. They almost got it, but it lives by 10 HP. Oh, shit, man. That got cleaned up rather convincingly. If you look at the worker count, Raze is starting to pull away. It's 26-19, so... Jesus.
Oh. Nice save on it too, man. Having the presence of mind with that Viking to see that the Ravager was trying to make moves on it. He brings it, repositions, and saves it. So, yeah, man, very nice.
Yeah, that was pretty nice, man. Actually getting that SCV down here too. So, damn.
Damn indeed. But he is still under pressure, and he needs to hold here. So we'll have to see. The depot does go down. Does that supply block him? Nope. He's good for it. Ooh, I love him. He's nice. Yeah. Cloak Banshee is a good choice.
Yeah, it definitely help you break out of this bullshit for sure, man. Especially since nothing can really deal with that. The Biles is never going to land there. So I really like that decision for sure.
Yep. Decides to lower the Viking.
This build is Railgan bread and butter build. I thought the second gas came down faster. I guess that, I don't know. I guess I just didn't know the build. This is the build that I thought it was going to end up being, but I thought for some reason you needed 2 gases to do it. Maybe that's just a variation that ended up hitting the Nydus or something. So.
7-7 flush. Thank you very much for the follow. You guys are awesome. If you guys like what you see, please consider giving a follow. It definitely helps us out. This is a GM show match where we do a lot of platinum, diamond, grudge match, and clan war content of all different, you know, masters, GMs, and open tournaments and stuff too. So, please consider giving a follow. What's up, dude?
Speaking of which, can I sell out the grudge match for tomorrow? I'm pretty excited about it.
Man. Yeah, for sure. It's pretty interesting, man.
All right, so let's follow this Banshee real quick, and then we'll get it rolling. So this Banshee came in and found 5 drones for his troubles. The scores are going to be up and stop it from really doing an insane amount of damage, but I'd already say that that's worth its weight right there. 7s, damn, 8, 9. No, but that's pretty big for one Banshee, dude. We knew it was gonna be devastating, but yeah. Oh, and a Ravager.
Ravager, man,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Just fantastic play here out of Raze. Yeah, go ahead and do your.
So all I was gonna say was we had our first grudge match ever last weekend, and people seemed to really enjoy it. So we were trying to look for opportunities to do another one, and there was a huge, like, I don't know, shit talking fest or whatever the hell you want to call it, going down in Twitter, and someone was like, I smell a show match, and then our name got brought into it, and they're like, you guys should totally cast this grudge match. And both players agreed to it, and long story short, we have a grudge match tomorrow night. It's going to be versus Volts and Panda Bear Me tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So it's a single series. We got nothing else planned after that. It'll probably be like, you know, an hour and a half tops. But it is a grudge match. All the pride on the line. These guys are putting up $10 a piece on it, and then the Nydus is throwing in 10 on it too. So I thought that was pretty cool, man. The last one was fucking hilarious, the amount of shit talking that was going on in it. So.
Indeed, yeah, where it sounded pretty funny. And this one, I mean, like you said, the Twitter drama was pretty real, so should make for interesting games. By the way, Future of Terran, how are you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by.
Yep. Holy shit, turn off follow alert, make it at least not super loud.
Dude, we've been telling him every week, every single week to turn that off. I don't know why it's still like yelling at you guys.
I'll turn it down even more. I think I reduced it like 20%. That's crazy, dude. Was it making your guys' ears bleed? Because holy shit. I just followed to get that alert again. I wish it would give it to you guys again, because then people could spam it all day long. But I think it only does it the first time around. But Raze is moving across the map with a pretty sizable force. I'm not sure that he's really going to be able to hang on here. These tanks could find a lot of damage, and then they have the Banshees as well. So.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This is an interesting army composition. Oh man, those mutas though could just make short work of the Banshees. The two tanks behind it. I mean, these mutas are a nice answer. He just needs something to take care of the Marines, and the mutas pretty much take everything. What's up?
2 more followers come in. I know these guys are going to get really triggered by that. It was probably extremely loud in your ear again. But thank you guys very much for the follow. Raze takes game number 2.
By the way, Tesseract 123, Wheat 213, and Hanan, thank you very much for the follow. I love those triple ones. I'm sure you guys do with the crazy ass fucking noise.
I know people are probably all mad now. I'll turn it down again.
Swear to God,
but for the record, I did turn it down once. I will do a second. Let me see what the next map is. Abyssal.
So basically, Volts is going to get embarrassed. I don't know, man. I don't know between either of these two players. I just know that they want to play each other.
Yeah, like I'm not getting involved on any of the drama. I want nothing to do with that. In this community, you can get lit up if you get involved in some drama. So, like, they're bringing all the drama. We're just bringing the casting, and we're going to team up together. So it should be pretty hype. And it's like $20. I mean, that's nothing to scoff at either. For a single series, I would play someone for $20. So... Everyone's saying don't turn it down. Oh, now I'm so torn. Nah, I'll bring it down just a little bit because I do think it's loud. Don't get me wrong, but I like being able to hear it because then we can do the call outs. So.
Yeah, for sure. It's not like you could use VivBot. That's what I use, dude.
Yeah.
I just look over at VivBot and it's like, yo, these people just followed. But I don't care. No, I think the Nydus sound is cool. I don't ever have to hear it really because I have my preview stream on silent. So.
Oh, okay.
I know it distracts the fuck out of people, though.
Yeah.
But that may be your own problem. We haven't decided yet.
No, it's all a plan because if we keep it extremely loud, people talk about it, and then these trolls come in and follow just to piss off the guy who originally brought it up. So it's all a plan. Like this shit is not a game to me. No, I'm fucking around, guys.
For sure, it's a very well thought out plan.
All right, so our blue Zerg player in the bottom right hand corner of the map currently down 2 points. He needs to win this to stay in the show match. It is from Argan, Railgan.
And his opponent currently up 2 games and possibly on match point here if he can just lock it up, man. On Sheila Reef, the purple Terran, it is Raze from Eastloth.
And if you're wondering why we call it Sheila Reef on this channel, because this shark's name is Sheila.
Dude, I think I talked about this on stream once before. Everyone's going to know how salty I am about this. But that Reddit post where someone was like, ESL found the shark. They found the shark. I was like, man, we've been looking at the shark for 19 fucking weeks.
Yeah.
Or however long it's been out, you know? Like,
well, because
her name's Sheila, dude. Like, we already have a established rapport with the shark,
Seriously.
You know?
We even have Bruce somewhere around here, dude. I just can't find him as much. I swear to God, I think they moved him because I used to be able to lock this shit down and find all the sharks, but... I couldn't find him until accident last night, but either way, man, yeah, the sharks are awesome. I think it's because I stay zoomed out a lot, but
yeah.
Oh well. Pretty standard opening from Railgan's side of things, nothing too crazy just yet, and I guess you could say the same about Raze. He does instead of a Reaper expand, a Reactor expand, but we've seen him do that twice now, so.
I like it. I mean, I really do like it. It's interesting that he doesn't choose the SCV scout behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, because you would figure that you would want some sort of scout, but I mean, just imagine how comfortable he's got to be feeling, you know? And it looks like the quick factories coming down behind this. This could be a Hellion swap.
Yeah, well, that's what I was kind of guessing here. Maybe, well,
the other 2 times he's just gone, yeah, he gets these Marines and he just kind of sits on it, you know, and builds Marines. But I wonder if this might be a Hellion swap. We'll have to see.
Yep. But yeah, thank you guys for all the follows. We got a couple rapid fires. We'll run down the list after that. But again, I just wanted to thank Lib75 for that $20 donation. That's hype as hell, man. Thank you guys for that.
I'm spooky versus everyone in chat at the same time.
Yes.
Oh, you're going a little bit OP zesty on it there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not even here to defend himself. That was the cheap
okay,
shot.
All right. Yeah. I was like, we won't get into that story then because he isn't here. So
that's funny.
I love the man, though.
Yeah, he's been a great show match player. Introduced us to Uko, which was also another great show match player. So
yeah,
great bunch of dudes over there at Revo GG.
Yeah, and I got to hand it to Raze, by the way, too, while we're talking about good players. We originally had a different show match lined up, but one of the players needed to bow out to try to play in WCS quals or some shit. I'm not exactly what happened, but yeah, so we hit up Raze
You're not
very,
exactly
very...
what happened?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened is what I meant to say, but yeah, I hit up Raze very, very last minute, like actually during this cast, and so that's how recently he found out about this, and he was still willing to come in and play, so I just wanted to give him a huge thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. He's been in a couple Nydus events before, so dude is just awesome, and it's great. We always love players that can just let us, you know, we try to give people like a heads up, but people who can just snap to play StarCraft when it's, you know, and that's always appreciated.
Yep, it's nice to have a couple people that are always down to play for sure. So he's gonna poke up in here and try to get the scout off, figure out what's going on. Still no third base. It's crazy to me how long Railgan stays on 2 bases. But he seems to make it work, so, I mean, I'm not knocking it. It's just a little bit unusual.
You should take notes. No,
yeah, I know. I should, man. I really should. I am over here trying to learn, too, so.
And like, yeah, just listening to you be like, you're staying on 2 base for forever. I'm like, really, Zergler? Like, I watch your stream a lot, man. Like, you're all about that 2 base shit.
Yeah, that's true.
That's cool, though, man. I mean, whatever. You're a razzle-dazzler, and you can't cover that up. Like, you are a razzle-dazzler for life.
It's so fun, man. Like when you pull one off, it's like the sweetest feeling in the world. But losing the 12 games to get there is a little rough. I'll give you that.
So we do see. Oh man, look at that! Some Hellions. I wish someone would have called that. No.
Yeah.
So 4 Hellions swooping around the right side of the map now. Shouldn't be able to get up into the main. Maybe they do just dart up there, but I'm sure with these queens and lings here. Is that Banshee getting to work? Yeah, man.
Getting a couple drones here before the Spore's even able to be thrown down. I guess it kind of caught him off guard again. 12, holy shit, straight barbecue at this point. 12 drones going down. Yeah.
Oh man, if he had posted up behind that spawning pool, I think he could have roasted actually all of those links. He does find a decent position here behind this, in between the baitling nests, but they will all be cleaned up. Cloak Banshee's still going to work. 21 drones have died, and as you said, you know, some players would have a third base at this point, and they'd be able to maybe, you know, with that extra larva come back. But 23 workers and no third base in sight. I mean, this really hurts for Railgan.
Yeah, absolutely. It's now 39 SCVs to 29 drones. They said my mic is doing the thing again. I'm talking about the echo. I turned it down. It happened. I'm gonna rip that fucking knob off my microphone, I swear. Dude, like, why would you put a button on a microphone that just increases a shitload of echo and does nothing else?
Oh, yeah, that got nuts.
Like,
you should. Why don't you do your intros like that, dude?
Oh, shit. I like it. All right, all right. I probably should.
There you go. All right, we found a use for the button.
But yeah, so it's underneath my volume button, and sometimes when I'm trying to turn down my volume or up, I hit it. So my bad, guys. The echo is gone, though.
Someone saying Railgan is a 2-base memer. Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. I like my 2-base too. So, like being aggressive. You know, 1 base is a little too extreme for me, but 2 base, that's my porridge.
That's
dude.
the sweet spot for you, huh? Yeah.
For sure.
At least he counted, or he tied up in worker count though now. It's 40 to 42, so that'll help out a little bit. But still not having that third is kind of a little questionable to me. But the Hydra's out, so he is the GM player. I'm sure he's got a reason for doing so. So at least the creep spread is over there, and he can take it.
Yeah, for sure, man. These lings are going to come around the left side here, try and see if there is a third base again. They were able to shut that, or at least cancel it last time.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be able to find too much damage. Raze has a very nice army in between his Hellions and the Cyclones. But really, he kind of, what does he transition to? Okay, this is going to be mech. This is pretty crazy, man. And it looks like it's going to be mostly tanks. With some Banshees. But
will this be the first time that we've seen him play mech? I think so,
yes.
Right? We normally see him rock a lot of bio. Yeah, I'm pretty hyped for the way this is gonna go then, man. I mean, I don't wish mech on anyone, but it's all right when you don't have to play against it. So
for sure, that's funny. I just see Railgan as a 2-base dead memer.
No.
Right after they got attacked, man. But I mean, he's not out of it yet. He's in a tough spot for sure. Being able to get that cancel on Raze's third, you know, does give him some chance in this.
Yep. Not just a filthy mod, that's the filthy sponsor of the night. It's a huge shout out to Mr. Pinecone. He spent his own hard-earned money to make sure that our Plat Diamond has funding for like what 6 months or whatever. So the dude is an absolute monster, spending his own money on StarCraft 2. Pretty much earns a fan for life from me, man.
I am totally in agreement, dude. Those people maybe who didn't know are from Railgans or Razer Stream or something. Pinecone actually sponsored for 6 months the Plat Diamond tournament. And we get donations, and all of the donations, I mean, we're pretty transparent. They go back to tournaments and events and stuff like that. But this dude loved the Plat Diamond so much that he made it happen for 6 months. So,
yeah,
I mean, we seriously cannot thank the dude enough. If you have a moment, please check out protoquickprinting.com. The dude does 3D printing, and just give him a huge thank you, man, because the last... I mean, what we've been rolling for probably 3 months on that sponsorship, or 2 months on that sponsorship. I mean, all those weeks were sponsored by him, dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's, you know, we cast it, but he makes it happen for sure.
Yep, absolutely, dude. $20 a week at minimum or more, because we increased the payout. So the dude is a monster, and it's always awesome that people are willing to support the game that we love so much. But we're just kind of stalling time as these guys are posturing up. This is going to be a pretty sick engagement here at the end, though. I think the mechs got him beat out, though. There are a lot of Hydras, and there's Banes this time around, but they're not going to even be here by the time this fight goes down. Jesus.
This is going to be rough. I mean, there's nothing you can really do about this as Zerg. You're just going to try and take the best engagement that you can, but those tanks are going to continue to slowly move forward. I'm sure that once the Banelings do come out, the Hellbats will split, but, you know, running up this ramp into Hydras might be kind of hard.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing about this map, is that it's really, really awkward to try to attack into this natural. Either way you go about it, there's a huge choke. Opening up these rocks will help out a little bit, but I'm not sure that Railgan's going to be able to hold on here just yet, dude. That's a lot.
Word. I love all the fucking Avillo emotes coming out, which is pretty funny. So yeah, dude, he's coming up here. The number of Hydras is pretty big, and even more coming in from the right there. It looks like he's finally just going to go for it. I don't think he's going to be able to do it, though. The close Banshees. Oh, Lurkers are pretty good, though, man. So he gets one of them, gets two of them. Unfortunately, the tanks will survive. But tanks not that great against only Hydras, you know? I mean, small numbers of Hydras can't do all that well, but...
Yeah, now
so
it's
much
just
so that he
one,
actually...
two Hydras actually are starting to do a little bit of work to him, too. Trading out
Hydras,
2 for 2 there. Yeah.
That's huge.
Pretty nice, but the follow-up behind this, I mean, he already has his 4th base up and running. His economy's starting to look pretty good as well, and the upgrades are starting to work, but look at the amount of tanks is really the story here, dude. This follow-up is going to be massive.
The tank ply.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I like it.
I mean,
I
I really like this, like, you know, strategy by Railgan. I think the Lurker Hydra and his control of it, I mean, it's not something that I feel like anybody could just say, oh, okay, like I see Railgan doing Ling Hydra Lurker, and then you go try it on ladder and you just get absolutely dumpstered, you know what I'm saying? But his control of it and his understanding of it is very good. Unfortunately, he's been kind of playing from behind for most of these games, as early damage has been found by Raze in most of these games, especially in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're saying 3D printing. Yeah, it's even cooler than that. He actually does StarCraft 3D printing. I've seen him print out a Phoenix. I saw an Artanis statue. There was a Thor. The Thor was badass, by the way. I just don't play Terran. So, but yeah, he prints out a lot of really, really cool shit. So we can't give him enough love. So please go show him a little bit of love, Mr.
Watch NA, thank you very much for the follow, man. You guys are awesome. There's that sound that you love so much.
Was it loud again or no?
No. I just was saying the follow, like, people get to enjoy the sound.
I guess I'm deaf because it's never been loud to me. Like, I get your guys' point that it was way louder than everything else, which is why I cranked it down. But all right, I'll just bring it down way more than. Like, is the donation one too loud too?
I don't know.
No one's ever complained about that one.
Someone make a donation.
Sound. Yeah,
that was a really subtle way.
I got you.
For sure, man. So the mech is coming across once again. The number of Hydras just not quite where it needs to be. There are some Vipers, though, so maybe you can take a decent engagement on those.
Yeah, and they're starting to get a little bit of energy, so they can help maybe abduct some of this army up here and start working on those tanks. But it's a scary mech force that's banging on this Natural's door, so I'm not sure how you really attack in here, especially with those Liberators Stones coming down in that choke point. It's going to be really awkward to try to attack into this one. So, yep.
Sorry, just a second.
Yeah, no worries. Excuse me. So the Natural falls along with 6 drones, and he's going to be able to start seeding his way in here. The Queens are starting to fall as well, and now Railgan's faced to kind of awkwardly deal with this or just start losing even more of his base. And now he's got the scary threat of him running up into the main too. So I don't know, Kev. I'm starting to like Raze's position a lot more in this, dude. He's kind of got him choked off here. And although Railgan is starting to abduct the army out, I just don't think it's enough. And if you look at the supply or whatever the meme, it's 173 to 134. So
Yeah, it's actually like he's bringing. I mean, he's picking off tanks, but in order to go get those tanks and kill those, he has to walk into the range of the other tanks. So it's almost like he's kind of hurting himself with these pickoffs a little bit. But
yeah. Yeah, no, I believe that Railgan can do it. I want to see him do it. I don't want to see a 3-0. Dude, I'd love for him to win the game. Take us all the way to game number 5. I was just commenting on how strong Raze's push is starting to look. And, I mean, look, it's still going. And now the Liberators are in the air and a bunch of siege tanks, too. I mean, I doubt this hive stays up for much longer behind this. And how do you tap into this? You got to run up a ramp into fucking 12 tanks. Like,
yeah, you kind of don't. You wait for broodlings to come down from buildings and you maybe take a shot at it. But
yeah.
The one thing that I've liked and I've seen consistently through all these games of Raze, and he's a GM player, so it won't come of any surprise to anybody, but his leapfrog. Oh, man, parasitic bomb going down.
That was a slick move, yeah, because they're all grouped up there. He's actually finding a lot of damage with it, too, though. They will fall. That was very nice, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, he's just down on bases. He has kept most of his army out. I think this is a good way to play this, not rushing in there, waiting for the tanks to kill everything in the main and then needing to move out. But unfortunately, with the way this map works, Raze is too smart for that, man. He brings his tanks over and he's going to start shelling on, you know, what is now the main base.
Yeah, I guess whatever the hell you want to call it, but... yeah, so Railgan's in a bit of a tough spot here. Terran vehicle weapons level 3 is started as well, so that's just going to add insult to injury here. He does have the ability to do these abducts, though. I really like that. Abducts. I said it really weird.
Abducts.
Abducts.
Immortal.
Yeah. That's all right.
I'll never get over that. That was my favorite thing that the Nydus has ever like memed.
And it's weird too because I don't stutter often. Like sometimes, occasionally, it slips up, but that was fucking weird, dude. Like I don't even know what that was about.
Well, like to me, it was like, dude, there's like stuttering and being like, oh, I like, you know, I have to say that word again.
And then resetting.
That word like fucking broke your brain, dude. Like.
Yeah. Yep.
So we got Thor's mixed in here now. Those should help with the Vipers, tanks, Vikings. I mean, there's just really not too much that Railgan can do, but he is still putting up a fight.
Yeah.
He's going to pick up even more tanks for his troubles and back off.
Yeah, getting good trades, getting all these units abducted into his army and getting them for essentially free or whatever you want to call it. I guess he has to go back and get a little bit of energy, but he's just kind of delaying the inevitable at this point. It's 66 SCVs to 30 drones and like 5 bases to 3, so... I feel like he really needs to make a move here. I really did like the parasitic bomb though. That was a slick use of it for sure.
I agree, yeah. Good way to deal with clumped up liberators. By the way, Railgan is a potato. Welcome to the chat, man.
Yeah.
Such a funny name.
I love your name.
Oh man, picking up a good amount of those Hydralisks, man. So he is able to grab a Thor as well, and Raze's army is starting to thin out, but so are the Hydra numbers of Railgan as he's dwindling quite a bit here, man. Maybe he'll clean this up though.
Yeah. I mean, there's no really economy to feed this afterwards, but at least he cleaned up the aggression. So look at SpookyBot go too. All right, GG is called, and Raze will take the show match on a 3-0. Man, what a crazy ass series, dude. Each time there, I felt like Railgan was really close to hanging in there. It just kind of spiraled out of control there because of the macro.
Yeah.